So now our intercepts are what we are on. So because it is to do with the x and capital F of x, it means we want to get where the curve is going to cut the x-axis and the capital F of x-axis. So at the x-intercept, this was 1/8, and that is how it became a minimum. So at the capital X-intercept, capital F of x should be 0. Our capital F of x is x squared over 16, which means x squared over 16 must be 0, and x is 0. So our first intercept is 0, 0. Now our nonlinear PDF, which is going to form a curve because it is nonlinear, it will also cut the capital F of x-axis, and that is at the capital F of x-intercept. So at the capital F of x-intercept, our x should be 0. Our capital F of x is x squared over 16. So when x is 0, capital F of 0 becomes 0 squared over 16, which is 0. So the second intercept is also 0, 0. Now, having obtained the values at endpoints for that nonlinear part of the interval, we also found the values at endpoints, the turning point, and also its nature was only 1. And also the intercepts. We are now done with the second interval. We are now heading for the last interval. We are identifying capital F of x. So our capital F of x was the 1. That is when x is greater or equal to 4. And because it was the 1 that was when x is greater or equal to 4, then it means that when we now distinguish or determine whether this is linear or non-linear, our capital F of x, since it is equal to a constant, is linear. Now we said when it is linear, you go ahead and find the values at the endpoints. But this one has only one x coordinate. So it will start, because the list should be 4, it must start at 4 and it will go continuously. So you will not find the points, the values at any points, because it has only the starting point and it is not defined for the last point. So we shall just say that f of x is linear, and then this is our sketch. So we begin, this is now the sketch of capital F of x. We begin by drawing the capital F of x-axis. So this is the capital F of x. This is our capital F of x-axis. And this is the x-axis. Our x coordinates that we have, it was stretching. We want values of x which are less than 0. So it is going to be represented by that part. It was stretching, the second one was stretching from 0 to 4. So we can have 0, 1, 2, 3, and